Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, wherever you are in the world. Talent Finders would like to welcome EXP Realtor, broker, top 1% of realtors, track and field coach, the American Dream TV host, Monika Deroussel. So welcome, Monika.
Thanks for having me. Good morning, everyone.
So Monika, I'd like to congratulate you on all your achievements. Can you share with us how your career in real estate and as a broker and how the opportunity came up for the American Dream TV show?
Absolutely. I got started in real estate in a unique way. I had an amazing job with 3M Corporation, did domestic and international sales for them, but we got transferred to Cincinnati for my husband's job. And I always wanted to learn real estate. Coming from Europe, real estate is conducted very differently in Europe than it is in United States. So I knew I had 2 years before we returned back to Minnesota. So I got my real estate license 17 years ago, and the rest is history.
Wow, amazing.
Yes, indeed. It was an interesting journey, to say at least. Real estate is all relationship based, is who you know. And
Yes.
coming from Minnesota to Ohio and not knowing everyone, it took a while to get the business going.
Yes, absolutely. So I just want to go back a little bit. So you grew up in a small town of about 30,000 people in Czechoslovakia. So can you share with us more about that and how that shaped and influenced you, and how coming from such a diverse background, did that help you as an immigrant in the United States?
Well, I grew up in a small town, like you said, 30,000 people where everybody knew everyone, very different from, big cities in America where, you have millions of people in any city. So it's very difficult to get to know everyone. But after a while, you learn that no matter how big or small city is, your reputation passes, beyond your closest circle of friends and family. So coming from Eastern Europe is just a very different culture. It's a lot of hard work and perseverance, and you kind of learn to never quit. So I think those are skills that help me coming from the outside to survive and thrive in the United States.
Yeah, no, incredible. So your parents played a very big role in your life growing up. Can you share with us more about this and how that influenced you in business and through the lessons they taught you?
Both of my parents were in financial world, and so it was such a blessing because we talk about money at the dinner table. So for me, business discussions were very comfortable. It wasn't anything unique, and a lot of people don't like talk about finance and money. Me growing up around two financial people, it was something we talk about all my life. My sister is in finance, so money topic was very common around our dinner table when we gathered every day, and we talk business all the time. So I don't know if that was a first business one-on-one lesson I received growing up, but it came handy later in the life.
Yes. And I guess you only realize those things later on in life anyway. So
absolutely, you take it for granted.
Yeah, absolutely. So what would you say some of the biggest lessons and learnings have been within your career?
When I started my real estate journey, my first year in the business, I sold one house. And I have been told by many people I'm just not going to make it because I'm not from Cincinnati. I don't know, I'm not from here. And it's very relationship business. So, if I listened to everybody around me saying I'm not going to make it, I would be probably out of this business 15 years ago and quit. But I saw the vision and what this business can do. I had a very strong background, growing up in a business family, working for 3M. I had Six Sigma training. So I brought that business background to the real estate. And I think that positioned me for successful business in real estate. But I tell everybody who is getting started in real estate, just persevere, and hard work does pay off. I went from one transaction my first year to over 100 transactions every year from for last 10 years. I became #1 Remax agent in Southern Ohio for last 8 years before I made the transfer to the fastest growing brokerage in the world with EXP. So I think reflecting back on my journey in real estate, it's a lot of hard work, it's perseverance, and create your niche, find your dream client who you want to be associated with, and target your marketing in such a fashion that is attractive to your clients and settles your business apart.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's also another part to you as well, which you are also a track and field coach. Not only do you have a passion for business, but also for sport and health. So can you share with us more about that? And as from the age of 12, just giving the audience some background here, you left for running boarding school to pursue the dream of representing and running for your country and for the Olympics. So can you share with us more about this?
Absolutely. So I left my parents at a very young age of 12. I got recruited by coaches in my country and got recruited and went to the boarding school where you have about 15 kids from the region training twice a day, every day, with a dream to pursue Olympics. I have never made it that far, but I tell my kids who are trying to pursue their dreams now, it's a journey that counts. The skills, the relationship, hard work, perseverance. I would never do it any other way. So I pursue running since age of 12 and spend my entire life training twice a day, every day. Continue with the scholarship in the United States, ran professionally afterwards, and now I feel like it's my duty to give back and the knowledge and know-how to pass to the next generation. So I've been coaching track and field and cross country for over 15 years and just blessing kids with my love of running.
Yes, that's incredible. So you've achieved a BA in marketing and management and had to repeat this again in the United States. Can you share with us more about this? And do you believe having a BA has helped you as a realtor and a broker?
I finished my MBA in one of the best colleges in my country, and when I came to the United States in 1994, we didn't have universal educational system where you could compare how good is your college in Europe versus what we offer in United States. So I started over with another, school in the United States. The blessing was I was able to receive running scholarship, which helped offset the cost of education in this country.
Yes.
I'm a strong fan of the highest and best educations you can have because it's knowledge that positions you for success.
Yes.
I believe in today's day and age, world is changing so fast that everybody ought to keep up with education. I mean, I read books on a daily basis. I listen to podcasts. You surround yourself with the best coaches in the business. And I always strive to take my business to the next level, but you got to equip yourself with the knowledge and what's happening in the marketplace. So, having MBA from 27 years ago was a good start, but it doesn't stop there. You got to continue with your education. And yeah, it helps when you first start in the business, but if you stop there, it never takes you to the next level. So I'm a firm believer education. You have to continue with your education for the rest of your life. Brain is the muscle, and if you don't use it, you lose it. So
yes, absolutely.
So that's how I look at my brain cells, and I try to exercise them every day, just like I do my legs.
Yes. Brilliant. So, reflecting upon this last year, obviously the pandemic has turned our world upside down and inside out. So can you share with us how this has impacted the real estate industry and what and how have you had to adapt?
You know, it was pandemic was another opportunity to reevaluate your business and your life and streamline your processes and say, what can we do more efficient and better to serve our clients?
Mm.
And, you know, I always believe there's always something good comes out of, you know, everything negative. And so reflecting on pandemic, it allowed us to use, you know, Zoom tools to connect with clients and people all over the world. It gave us technology that we have not used before to the extent we use today.
Yes.
It gave us way to feature and promote our listings with a video production. You know, we sold many houses during COVID unseen. We would produce video. I would go to the empty property during social distancing, record the videos, feature property all over social media with the videos, and also having, you know, the American Dream background and knowing how to produce segments that allows clients, buyers feel very comfortable walking virtually through the property, even though they've never physically touched it, helped us to position our business against other real estate agents. And, you know, it has been, I hate to say, but pandemic was one of my best years in the business.
Yes. Yeah, then that's the thing. It's either, you know, you're going to allow it to affect you in a negative way, or like you say, look for different opportunities and change and pivot and adapt. So that's amazing. So I believe that the property market is being compared to the roaring 20s in the US. Currently, we slowly emerge out of the pandemic. Can you share with us more about this and why the property market is booming in the United States? And how has this influenced prices and shortage of stock?
So the real estate market in United States is on fire right now. This is historically the best sellers market we have seen. Prices of the home are up like never before. And I think there's a couple of factors that contribute to that. We have historically lowest mortgage rates. They go anywhere from 225 for 15 years to 285 for 30 years. And, you know, if you think about inflation being about 4%, money is so cheap right now. You can buy a house with less than 3% mortgage rate. So it gets a lot of people excited to purchase their dream home because the cost of mortgages is incredibly low. We have, however, we have incredible low number of inventory because the building, the new building is behind the schedule about 5 years. And the cost of raw materials skyrockets. So a lot of people are sitting on the fence, you know, not pulling trigger to build a dream home because the cost, you know, I mean, the lumber went up 200% in last year. So we have incredibly low inventory. Any market I go on a listing appointment, you might have anywhere from 2 to 5 houses currently sitting on the market. And just to compare it to what it normally looks like in a normal, balanced market, when you go list any property, you have anywhere from 85 to 100 properties for buyers to choose from. In today's market, we have about 2 to 3 houses. So if you're in the market to purchase home, I mean, we have 2 houses to show you, and it's pretty much yes or no answer. Do you want this house, yes or no? Because by the time you drive home, it's gone.
Yes.
So it forces people to make decision. And, you know, owning home in Ohio right now is almost less expensive than renting property. So if you think you're going to be renting property and the cost of rent is skyrocketing, you're almost better off purchasing home and building equity in your home and also benefiting from tax deductions that, you know, we are so blessed to have. But inventories are incredibly low. The prices are up. We see many multiple offer situation. Houses are selling way over list price. So when you list properties for $300,000 home, for example, it probably will sell around $330 to $340. In typical market, $300,000 property would probably sell for $285. So just incredible market for the sellers. The challenge is a lot of these sellers want to sell and leverage the market and make profit to sell their home, but they have no place to go. And that's what's holding the market. That's why we don't have that momentum, because people want to sell, but where would you go? So incredible sellers market, but very challenging for the buyers.
So I want to talk about leadership or the lack of leadership. What do you believe makes your leadership style different? And can you give us some examples of what makes you different in a leadership role? Like if you're leading a team or leading people within your industry, what makes
Yes, so
you different?
I got my broker license in 2018 because I knew I wanted to coach and lead real estate agents to the level of production I have been blessed with. I joined EXP, the fastest growing real estate company, in March 2020, right before everything shut down. And it was the best thing I've done to my real estate business because EXP is a virtually cloud-based company. So all the technology, all the advices, all the resources are available to me 24/7 with a click on a computer. So it has been incredible switch at the perfect timing. I couldn't ask for a better storm.
Yes,
So as the EXP agent broker owner, I have about 40 people on my team, and my philosophy on leadership is you lead by example.
yes,
I tell my agents there's nothing I'm going to ask you to do that I have not done or I wouldn't do. It's just when I coach kids, track and field and cross country, I run with these kids. So if we're
yes,
going to do workout, we do it together. It's not like I'm standing there blowing my whistle telling them what to do.
yeah,
I do it with you. And
yeah,
that's how I look at everything in life. I believe you lead by your example. You can tell your kids don't eat ice cream and indulging yourself in it. So, lead by example and the rest follows. I think that's my philosophy on leadership. If you do it right way, it's contagious. People want to follow because you leading by example right way.
yeah, absolutely. So, what would you say have been some of your biggest career highlights? And I'm sure you've had many, but what stands out for you the most?
I think the highlight of my real estate journey was when I became number one agent in Southern Ohio. When I started with one transaction, my first year in real estate, and I've been told there's no way we're going to make it. 7, 8 years later, when I became number one Remax agent in state of Ohio, and back then Remax was one of the largest brokerages around Ohio. I think there was accomplishment to tell people that it's a long journey, but hard work and perseverance pays off. Just like in running, you're not gonna go to Olympics after you go for, 2 workouts. You have to put years in of hard work and give up everything to get to that level. So for me, becoming number one Remax agent in state of Ohio and then being ranked as top 100 agents in the country was pretty empowering and encouraging that if I can do it, anybody can get there.
Yes, absolutely. So, you have so many talents, not only achieving being in real estate, but also achieve your brokerage license, which you've mentioned. You're also the first agent in Cincinnati to have launched the American TV in 2018, as well as started your own podcast. So, can you share with us more about this? And what was the motivation and inspiration to expand into TV?
So when the American Dream TV show launched its production, they came to Cincinnati and recruited top agents in the market. By then, I have been ranked as number one Remax agent in state of Ohio, and it was just a perfect, storm and perfect relationship.
Yes,
Very excited to be part of the American Dream TV show. We were one of the first crew. It was 5 agents in Cincinnati that we started it, and to this day, we are very close as friends. We featured the American Dream TV show features lifestyle in specific market to show people all over the country what does it look like and feels like to live in Cincinnati. So
yes,
we feature lifestyle, we feature communities as well as our listings to the audience all over the country. It was such a blessing and a journey. As a realtor, I've never done TV shows, so I've been blessed with the best media coach with Amy Scruggs, who held my hand and helped me overcome fear of the camera and just being comfortable in front of camera, because as a realtor, we don't get that background in training. So being blessed with the best media coach, holding your hand and being there for you was such a gift, and it has been incredible incredible opportunity. And so once we started with the American Dream TV show, the podcast business was just a natural follow. And when I was approached with American Dream Production to start my own podcast, I wanted to feature something more than just real estate. So my slogan in my business is "Let's make it happen." So we took that slogan and kind of tweak it, where we feature people on my podcast who truly made it happen. And it wasn't just real estate, people on the podcast. It was people who survived breast cancer. We had veterans who came back from the war and lost legs or arms. So we feature entrepreneurs who lost everything in pursuit of their dreams. We featured young kids, pursuing their Olympic dreams. So we truly brought people from diverse background with the goal of inspire others, because the podcast was, they made it happen. They already did. And hopefully their story will inspire people listening to that podcast not to quit, not to give up, and also to make it happen.
Yeah, that's incredible. So
just giving back.
No, but it is. I mean, to also sort of create these other outlets, and also to not only be doing well yourself, but, enhancing and telling other people's stories, really phenomenal. So, yeah, incredible stuff. So after achieving your brokerage license, and you obviously moved to EXP, what was the motivation to move?
When I got my broker license, I explored every brokerage in the business, because since I got my real estate license, I wanted to open my own brokerage. Yes. But I knew in my heart, I have to explore every option, because I wanted to be able to recruit agents knowing whatever package and benefits I'm going to offer to you as my new agents, nobody can touch. Yes. And what EXP offers to the agents is unbelievable. We have medical insurance, we have stocks, we have rev share. We are rewarded, on every commission with the stocks. And just the growth and collaborations of the agents all over the country has been incredible. So when I saw the business model of EXP, how agents are truly agents, broker owners, and how it rewards agents for performance with the extra streams of income, and no other brokerage in the business can even come close to what we're doing for our agents, I could not go anywhere else but EXP.
Yes, absolutely. So I want to shift now from real estate, obviously, into you having a deep passion for charity and for giving back. So can you share with us more about this, and what are the charities you are involved with?
Absolutely. I'm a firm believer. I've been coaching kids for 15 years, and as a track and field and cross country as a volunteer. And I support a lot of charities. Main charities, we get involved is pro-life, where a lot of young women seek abortion due to lack of financial resources. So I have, as a mom of 5 kids, I have a very, strong feeling to support every life. Yes. We also support Vivian Victory, and that's the charity that supports children at Children's Hospital with very unique disease that you might have 1 or 2 cases in the entire world. And because there is not enough financial support behind that organization, because that disease is so unique, you might have 1 or 2 cases worldwide. They're very depleted of financial resources, especially for research of that specific disease. So I would say these 2 charities are where my heart is. We support them on an annual basis. Everything with the pro-life and Vivian Victory is what we've been involved in many past years.
Wow, that's incredible. So if people want to support or, make contact regarding those charities, can they get directly in contact with you, or can they reach out directly to those nonprofits?
Absolutely. They can either reach out to me or directly to Pro-Life Charity or Vivian. We do have a lot of these links on our website, so people can just click and, support the charity. Or, if something else is close to their heart, I believe it is in giving that we receive. So if somebody has different, calling on their heart, I think as long as we give, it's all good.
Yes, absolutely. So that leads me to the final question. What are the 3 key pieces of advice you would like to share with others who are looking to pursue a career in real estate and as a broker? And what legacy would you like to leave, or how would you like to be remembered?
I'll start with the last question, the legacy, how I want to be remembered. I always tell my kids, I have 5 children. At the end of my life, when people attend my funeral, my hope is that people surrounding my family at that moment will say, I impact or changed their life for better.
Yes,
And so I try to, it's all good, all the fame and success and money of the world, but at the end of the day, its impact will leave on the others. So whether it's through coaching, your financial distribution, or just smile, touching one person at a time. So I believe it's, legacy, it's how you make people feel and what's the impact you leave behind more than anything else, as far as finance and all that good stuff. And, 3 pieces of advice I would leave people with, I believe in, you set your goals and you just go get it. Everything is possible. It might just take longer than you hope to get there, but hard work and perseverance always works out. So I'm a firm believer, don't give up, just go and stay positive. There's so much noise and distractions around us. There's so many people telling you you're not gonna make it. There's so many things around you, but you got to stay in your lane and just run your race. If you call to be successful broker or realtor, just stay in your lane, devote your time and energy, and it will work. Too many people quit too early, and I think that's the biggest, downfall of our society. We are instant gratification society today. Everybody wants it now, and I'm there too. I'm not the most patient person, but over the years, I have learned, slow and steady wins the race. Small steps to big success. So, it's hard to swallow every day when you just feel like you're taking these baby steps, but at the end, it always works.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Monika, for your time today. So if people would like to connect with you, what are the best platforms to do so?
Anybody can reach me on Instagram at mderoussel, LinkedIn, same mderoussel, or Facebook, or my direct number. Anybody welcome to DM me 513-289-1039.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Monika, and hopefully we can have you back in the future to see where your journey's taken you.
Thanks for having me. Cheers.
Yes.